I'm surprising one of my subscribers with their dream gaming setup while on an extreme time crunch of only 7 hours. Previous gaming setups I've built have taken me weeks and sometimes even months to perfect. And today I'm faced with less than half a day to build the best possible gaming setup for my subscriber. So we better get rolling. First things first, I packed up all of the items going into a setup in my truck early in the morning since we have a long drive ahead of us. Okay. We've arrived. The subscriber is actually my next door neighbor, and this all began when he accidentally threw a ball over the fence, and when he came to knock on my door to get it back, he immediately said,
I watch your videos on YouTube.
And then went into this whole spiel about how he's always wanted a gaming PC of his own. So after giving his ball back, I immediately called up his dad and asked if I could surprise him with an entire gaming PC setup. And that leaves us parked here in front of their house at 8 a.m. with our 7-hour timer starting now. So this is the space in his bedroom that I have to work with, and it measures out to 50 inches, I believe, which is a little bit of a tight squeeze, but trust me, we'll make it work. I didn't want to go into this completely clueless with no set plan, so a few weeks prior to now, I spent a full-on day researching, planning, and 3D modeling the perfect gaming setup for what small amount of room I was given. So now let's execute it. I began to unload everything from my truck and move it into his room, where I started with the assembly of his desk when I quickly ran into a problem. I made a bit of a mistake by getting a desk that isn't a full-on tabletop, but weirdly, you have to connect these two pieces together, which I've never seen before. So I need to ensure I do this correctly, or else his whole desk is probably gonna fall apart. Oh no. Possibly the worst thing that could have happened. Oh my god, this is bad. This is actually really bad. The screw that holds the two table pieces together completely snapped in half, which almost ruined the entire project. But after searching through everything, I luckily found another screw in the spare parts bag, which allowed me to finish building the desk and kept us on track. Okay, so after that unfortunate event with the screw, we are finally done building the desk, and it's actually pretty dang sturdy, which is a good thing because we are gonna load this thing up. But while I was putting the desk together, to avoid a future headache, I made sure to already attach the cable management tray as well as the surge protector with command strips, just so it isn't a pain to do towards the end. Now, before we completely fill this entire desk up and make it inaccessible, I wanna get all those small things out of the way that would be harder to do once all those things are on the desk, such as LED strips and, most importantly, a monitor mount. Now, with this space being limited width-wise, the best way to manage our space is to go up. And I don't want them to just have one monitor, so we are gonna rock the double stacked monitor layout. So let's get these attached to the monitors. Once again, I was quickly stopped in my tracks as the mount didn't fit the main monitor at all, which caused me to crash out just a little, and then left me wondering what to do next for a bit, until it finally clicked. So luckily, we're literally just down the road, so I can walk back to my house, but I came up with the idea that I technically don't use my editing setup in my bedroom, so I'm just gonna take that monitor and put it here for now, and I guess I'll just end up using that one myself. I guess in a sense, it actually kind of works out better because that monitor was 32 inches and this is a 27, and with this being so limited with room in that setup, this will probably just work out better anyways. Luckily, that didn't take us too long because I only have about 2 hours left until Slade is home because this desk took me way too long to build, and we pretty much still have a blank canvas, so we better hurry. I then spent the next little bit getting the monitors put up and adjusted to align perfectly, but there was still something a little off. So I got the stacked layout pretty close to perfect. The only issue is I really don't like this Innocent logo here because it's just gonna look funny with the wallpapers mixing. So I'm gonna flip the monitor upside down so the bezel's at the top. I don't think I could have got these monitors aligned any better. You can hardly even tell where the new bezel starts. It looks like one monitor. Since we got this out of the way, to kind of find the middle of the setup, it's now time to move in the heart of the system. I didn't want to take the sorry route of getting this kid a console setup, so I actually got him a PC that might be better than my own. Now, it is just an NZXT pre-built, but it does have a 4070 Ti and some sort of Intel Core Ultra 7 processor. So this thing is not gonna give this kid any trouble playing games on. Now to put down the best part of a setup is the peripherals. I've always sworn up and down that High Ground is the best keyboard company out there, so I got him the Snowstone one to match the mouse pad I got him as well, since they're both that topo design. And instead of just rocking a regular old boring USB-C cord, I did get him a coiled cable just to enhance the look a little more. For the mouse, I just went with the G502 because it has a good amount of customizable buttons on here, and once he gets more into gaming, he's definitely gonna wanna use those. As the last peripheral, I got him a monitor light bar because these things are essential when saving your eyes from staring at a screen for a long time, and just also makes your setup look really nice when there's no big light like this on. The last item actually going on this desk before we move on to the wall decor is this Cowboys Funko Pop. Even though I'm from Texas, I am the biggest Cowboys hater in the world, but his dad said he likes the Cowboys, so that's the only time you'll see a cowboy thing in my hand. I know I've kind of neglected cable management so far, but cables are the least of my worries right now. I'm starting to really cut it close to the wire with Slade getting home and me not finishing this. So now it's really time to make this corner look fancy. As I had previously said, I had asked Slade's dad some of his favorite things, and he told me the Cowboys and Nike. And the first thing I want to do is cover up this blank spot on the wall because it's just kind of awkward. But to make a poster like this pop even more, I mounted a light above the frame to shine down for this awesome look. I don't want this to be the only decoration, so now let's finish off this wall. In every setup I've built here on YouTube, I've put panels behind them. And for the first time, I'm using these hexagon ones. Now, since I was limited to only a 50-inch spot, I pre-planned the design and how many panels I'd be able to place to better manage my time before Slade returned home from school. Well, at least that's what I thought. I ended up misplacing them by a few inches, making the design not fit after all, and after a few different attempts to fix it, yeah, that's not happening. I ended up having to redo the design a little to the right, draining our clock down to less than 30 minutes until Slade's arrival. Now there's just a few last things to add to this setup before Slade gets here, and I got him a cool digital clock to put in the middle of these panels because what's a gaming setup without one of these? I then replaced the middle panel to cover up the cord for better cable management, leaving us one last thing to add to the wall. Another thing I always put in gaming setups is Govee glides. Now, I think they did do some type of new version because I couldn't find the kind where you can make like a curve design. These can only go straight. So my only option was to do a straight line on both sides of the desk, which ended up looking really clean and just about finishing off this setup. As you can see, this setup is just about finished and Slade gets home in about 10 minutes, which is when we'll be surprising him with the setup that he has zero clue about. But before we do that, this setup is lacking just one last thing, and it's the most important part: where you sit. So that leads us into the sponsor of this video. HBADA supplied us with their E3 ergonomic office chair, which all around is one of the best options for comfort. I've used plenty of gaming style chairs before, but after trying out this ergonomic one, I've realized I've been missing out. Shoot, I might keep this one for myself. Just kidding. Slade needs a chair. With its T-shaped support system, it solves 3 of the most common pain problems when sitting for long durations. Its 3-zone floating wing lumbar support is super helpful in avoiding waist pain, as it has a semi-wraparound support on your spine and muscles on both sides, no matter your height. Yeah, it'll even fit us on the shorter side. The 4D double access neck pillow is able to adjust to your preferred sitting position, allowing you to actually use neck rests, unlike other ordinary chairs. This is so uncomfortable. And last but not least, the 6D mechanical armrest helps support your arms to relieve your shoulders no matter which angle your arms are positioned, and is even able to adjust to your shoulder width. All around, I highly recommend this chair, as in simple terms, it's really comfortable, the mesh makes it breathable, and the thing just looks super good. So if you want to check out the HBADA E3 ergonomic chair on your own, it'll be linked in the description. And now let's return back to Slade's house, since he's gonna be home shortly to finally see the grand reveal. So Slade is just down the road and we're waiting for him to get home from school, and I am absolutely terrified. I'm so nervous, bro. Actually, imagine he doesn't like it and they're like, take it out. I hope you like the setup, Slade, because I am so scared right now. Okay, Slade just got here. They just pulled into the driveway. So it's time for the grand reveal. What's up, Slade? Okay, so you're probably wondering why I'm recording. I have a surprise for you. Okay, it's a big one, so you gotta put this on. All right, I'll guide you because I don't want you to trip. You can't see anything, right?
No, I can't.
Perfect. You still can't see nothing?
No.
Perfect. I can tell I almost ran you into a wall there. Okay, turn right here. You can take it off. Slade was completely caught off guard, and although he didn't say too much in front of the camera, lost of words? I can assure you he was extremely grateful. I made sure to give him a $100 Visa card for some games on his brand new PC, and just to prove to you he really did love the setup, here's a clip of him talking to his dad right after.
Guys, Chandler, a YouTuber, is right next door, and he just gave me a gaming headset, computer, lights, it's a whole gaming set. I'm shocked right now, and we're also eating with him.
And yeah, we grabbed dinner with his family, planned to play some Fortnite together, and everything turned out great. I really want to be able to do this for more of you that support me, so make sure to subscribe if you want this to happen to you. And if this video gets 15,000 likes, I'll guarantee to do another one of your rooms. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you all enjoyed this video. All y'all fellas stay blessed, and remember to always put God first. And until next time. I also just just recently built my own dream gaming room, so make sure to check that out here.